Well, it has taken just about a month to learn this software, but oh my gosh, has it been worth it. I am proud to introduce the virtual tour of our cargo trailer to tiny house conversion, cargo trailer to camper or RV, whatever you want to call it. It has a complete kitchen with refrigerator and sink and microwave, composting toilet, expanding walls, shower that folds into the wall, and of course the main feature is the Murphy bed, sofa, dining room table, dresser, bunk bed. And I'm going to show you how it all works here in the model space rather than that fancy animation, because I didn't want to go through and do everything on a timeline like that. It's easier for me just to kind of show you a little more informally here. So this is Fusion 360, and gosh, it is a step up from SketchUp, and I will get to that at the end of this video. But first, let me show you our new home on wheels, or temporary home on wheels. Let's start in the kitchen. And I want to say that this is a perfectly scaled model of our trailer down to the 32nd of an inch, and a perfectly scaled and dimensioned construction. So the entire kitchen, Murphy bed, everything except this bathroom, which we'll get to in a minute. These plans are exactly how I'm going to build it. So we've got plenty of cupboard space here. This will be a refrigerator down below. It's going to be a 2-drawer under-counter refrigerator. Microwave up here. We've got one of these fancy bloom hinges up for the top, so we get lots of extra storage and utilize that V-nose. This one over here will probably be our tech gear, like routers and stuff like that. Over here, we've got the computer desk. There'll be a monitor mounted on the wall here, and I'm actually going to build a fold-out seat here that, similar to, I'll just show you a picture of these industrial, like lunch table style seats, except mine's going to have a back. I haven't worked that out yet. So that's the kitchen. One nice thing about Fusion, you actually have all of your weights included. So it does it in ounces, which is kind of weird. But if, for example, we go to our kitchen and I can click properties, I've put in all of the properties for Corian countertops. I know that it's going to weigh 2,391 ounces, which is about 150 pounds or so, which has been key in this design because I can decide where I want to use wood, where I want to use styrofoam and fiberglass. So total, everything in here, not including appliances, is going to add 1,700 pounds to the trailer. But let's start with the couch. So again, the couch I actually dimensioned, and underneath this surface is actually the skeleton, exactly how I'm going to build it. My goal with this sofa was not to look like every other DIY sofa that you see on YouTube. That's, one big flat cushion for the seat on a plywood base and one big flat cushion on the back. It just looks really amateur and really DIY. So I got a book from the library about upholstery and furniture making, and I've done as best I can, based on never building one, to design something that looks like a decent, couch. When these tip up, if you saw our sofa dresser prototype video, this is where we're going to keep all of our clothes, on those folding shelves. When you want to eat a meal or work at the table, all you do is slide this middle ottoman out to here, and then the table folds down. When you put the ottoman back, if you want to have the bed out, all you do is remove the back cushions, move the ottoman to the out position, and this back part is going to be like a solid piece of wood, so that when you fold down the bed, it sits on top of that ottoman out there instead of having extra legs. I don't know if that's going to work. If it doesn't, I'll put the traditional like fold up legs that come with like the Rockler kit on there. You fold this one down, and now we have a bed for us and a bed for Hudson. This is going to have curtains and a cargo net that are on a track on the ceiling that go all the way around to keep him up there until he grows up a little bit. Bed goes back up, the ottoman goes back in place, and then we put our cushions back on. Those cushions fit as the headboard of the bed when that's down. Moving to the bathroom, let's start with the toilet. It's going to be a composting toilet. A lot of you guys had concerns about the 22-inch space that we have wall to wall inside here. Turns out that's actually pretty normal. I went to an RV lot and I measured in every Class B and truck camper, but I still wanted some extra room. So what I did is I made this part of the wall, it's going to be on a piano hinge up here, that when you push this out, it pivots out 6 inches. Suddenly now you have 28 inches of space where you need it at waist level. On the back for privacy, so you're not just staring at people on the couch, there's a little triangle shaped piece here that is also going to act as the bumper and stop for this wall. That goes there. For privacy on the front, I didn't draw in, because fabric's difficult here in Fusion 360, the shower curtain. So let's talk about the shower. This is one area that is all an experiment. I'm very confident in the Murphy bed working and very confident in all of my kitchen cabinetry. This, I don't know. So the idea, underneath the floor, everything that you see here in this mahogany looking wood, this is actually all teak. And underneath this teak is a 32 by 48 shower pan. So in order to keep water off our hardwood floors, when you open this up, this is going to be all fiberglass on this side with your shower head and your valve here. And the shower curtain, instead of opening all the way up to 32 inches, is going to stop at 24 or 28, whatever makes sense. It'll turn here and then connect over here. So the water will drip down the shower curtain and have plenty of space. It'll go through the little slats in the teak floor. Think of, just a yacht or something that has those teak slats over the shower base. That's exactly what we're doing here. Speaking of yachts or sailboats, how are we going to get rid of all the water? And how do you have a drain on a sink that spins on a hinge? We're going to use the sailboat style sump pumps rather than P-traps and drain pipes. So everything is going to drain into PEX tubing and then go into one of the sailboat style pumps because sailboats don't have room in the hull for a P-trap. So we're going to do that exact same thing so that we don't have to worry about slopes or angles or anything like that. I'm pretty confident it'll work as a shower on this side. Not so confident about this sink, but I'm going to build this as a prototype just out of cheap materials and see how that works. Of course, we've still got our storage under the floor like is in the trailer now. These are going to be like trap doors that open up. If you've been wondering where we've been, why we haven't been posting videos, it's because I have been on the computer nonstop all day for the past month learning this software, Fusion 360, and I have to say, completely worth it. It blows SketchUp out of the water. And in fact, I have found it so useful and so easy to transition to that I'm thinking about creating a Fusion 360 tutorial, like a whole video course for sale, like a premium product. And my idea is, when I was learning the software, it seems like every tutorial is set up the same way, where they go across the menu up top and they say, okay, here's all of the tools in the sketch menu. And as you go through all this, I don't know or care what a fillet is or when to use the project tool when I'm brand new to a piece of software. I hate that style of teaching. I learn much better personally with project-based tutorials, like let's make this thing and I'll show you each step of the way what tools I'm using and why I'm using them. So as I was going through learning Fusion 360, I actually took notes of where I got hung up, things I didn't understand, and differences between SketchUp and Fusion 360. So I've got a list of 2 or 3 pages long of notes to view this software once again through the eyes of a beginner and then teach through those notes. My idea is we would start at 0 and end with a pretty complex project that we actually follow through to completion, and that will end up being a video on the channel. So we'll build something that needs to be 3D printed, we'll build something that needs to be CNC cut, and we'll build something that you cut by hand. And all along the way, by the end of it, you've learned this software. So my question is that something interesting to people? And if you're actually very interested in something like that, I'll put a link in the description to an email list. And of course, if you're on that list, you'll get it for a cheaper price than everyone else on the day or two before I release it. The email list will only be for Fusion stuff. It'll not be our regular email list, only emails related to that course. And once the course is out, I'll just delete that list. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys like the design. I'd love to hear your feedback. What do you think will work and what do you think will not work? Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.